I don't even know what half of this stuff is. They don't have to with it. What is it? Well, let's start with the adult diapers. Small, medium, large, and extra large. No, 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 no. Do you prefer brand or generic?
A blind boy sat on some steps with a hat by his feet. He held a sign that read, "I am blind, please help." A man walked by and took a few coins from his pocket, threw them in the hat, sat there for a second, took the sign, flipped it over, and wrote new words, gave it back to the boy, and left. That afternoon, the boy's sign worked, and the hat began to fill up, and a lot more people were given to the blind boy. And that afternoon, the man came back. The blind boy recognized his footsteps and said, "You were the one who changed my sign this morning. What does it say?" The man said, "I only wrote the plain truth as you did, just in a different way." And the sign read, "Today is a beautiful day, and I cannot see it." Hello, Internet. Thank you for joining us tonight for the Lewis is the Future virtual telethon and art auction, a show of love. Could have used another title. My name is Kale. I will be your host as we broadcast live here from the Nickens Coop. Whereas hold up here is you are and your loved ones are from wherever you're watching this very, very long year. But I'm more or less done with the social distancing thing. Not the act, just the cold, weird new term. So tonight it's digital togetherness for the benefit of Lewis Valentine Nickens, survivor of spinal meningitis and a close personal nephew to me. About 3 months ago, I get a late night call from my brother Trent. Lewis, the boy half of his spanking new twins, is just shut down after a day of being relatively fussy. They had called the nurse, who said it was gas. Anna, his mother, knew better, but she had to stay with Lucy, the girl twin, while I rode with my brother and Lewis to the emergency room. It did not take any time to realize something was seriously wrong with our boy. And although Frankfurt was not equipped to handle the severity of the situation long term, they did identify a duck correctly in real time. They made the right guesses before there was time for lab work, and Lewis was started on the right drugs at the right time. Shout out to Dr. Ponytail, who assured me that he was very good at spinal tapping infants and to the on call intubator, who apparently sleeps fully scrubbed in an adjacent hotel somewhere, just suddenly appear and stick a tube down a baby's throat, and to the helicopter medic, who had an ambu bag. Lewis, because he was too small for the onboard breathing machine. Thank you all. Lewis did not let us off the hook right away. I have a feeling that's not his style. Once we chased the helicopter from Frankfurt to UK in Lexington, the story did not instantly improve. Lewis didn't just have spinal meningitis, his blood was septic. He was very sick. 40, 24-hour watch, 48, 72. I don't know how many of you have ever been in a position where you're in a death watch kind of situation timeline, but it's very hard not knowing hour to hour and hearing that from people you think maybe should know and they just don't. So, over the course of about 4 hours, I witnessed science do everything it possibly could to save a child that otherwise would not have survived the night, which he did. But then science had reached its limits. They had done everything, and now it was up to him, the infant Lewis, to decide whether he wanted to stay with us or not. My brother and I are pretty close. Not being able to be there with him due to COVID restrictions was a horrible two-sided coin. Had I been allowed to be there, I would have had to been cool, detached business Vulcan, but as it was, he had to be cool alone. And he had to alternate with Anna, even being allowed to to be in the room with Lewis for the better part of a month. It completely split their family. And I spent the better part of that first week losing my mind on their behalf. The shadow of grief for a thing that I refused to accept tried to cripple me. Every time the phone rang, I wanted to puke, but eventually the phone rang, and day by day, it became clear that we did have a future with Lewis in it because he wanted it that way. I'm grateful, and I knew I had something to do, but more than just feel it, I had to show it. The very literal miracle. A child who survived 5 strokes is more or less looking and acting like a regular baby. And best of all, he's home for Christmas. Everybody says anything I can do at times like these, and I'm here tonight to say most people really mean it. Every artist performing or profiled tonight donated their time for this purpose to raise money for the future of Lewis, and I am eternally grateful. I feel like Kermit the Frog up here hosting a variety show with all my weirdo friends, but the purpose is whatever pennies are thrown into this hat turn into love. Lewis has many developmental milestones to yet hit, and he will be watched as closely as any child could ever be. He has very intelligent, strong parents, a perfectly healthy twin sister, and in a pinch, he has all of us weirdos too, so let's change his sign. All right, this is how the show's gonna work. This is the tote board, currently sitting at whatever it is on GoFundMe right now. It'll change periodically through the night based on that. But then also we will be profiling art that's been donated, musical performances that have, some of them will be live. Some are pre-recorded, but all of them specifically made for this show. And the art that we profile is all ending tonight at 9. So that total will go to this total, and we'll see how well we do. Let's go to some music. Let's do music. All right, this first one is Luke Hosley. I'm gonna, because he's not here to defend himself, I'm gonna tell the anecdote about how I recorded an album with Luke. And of the, 11, 12 tracks on that album, I only hear about one, and it's the one I did not write. Luke wrote one song, and every time somebody hears the album and comes up to me, they're like, hey, man, I really like that. I know that his is track 7. I could not tell you any of the other tracks, but I know that one because he wrote the one song that I didn't, and that's everybody's favorite. So here's Luke Hosley with his brother, the Hospros, actually, Matt Hosley. Luke, do it.
My pockets have been drained, just a day's ride out of the rain. I got a hard road ahead of me, but any road's tough for a subtle thief. Spent the end of my goalless night, but what a girl in the air was right. I had to leave town hurriedly, a normal exit for a subtle thief. Though my purse is empty, I see that you have plenty. Your safeguards, your leaves won't protect you from me. Subtle thief, a subtle thief. Set my sights on an old man with a pretty wife, maybe more than gold for me tonight. So I took a seat at the local saloon,
Good job, boys. We got to cut that drum track until we find a better drummer, though.
There we go. New positioning. All right. These are two pieces from Emily Blevins. 16 by 9 stretched canvas acrylic on stretched canvas. 16 by 20, actually. And I like it. It reminds me of when you tilt up and you can't see any of the horizon and it's just changing to night. There's nothing but sky, and there's all these little lights. I see fireflies and stars and moons and 2 shooting stars. Fairly rare night sky going on here. And this is acrylic as well on unfinished edged wood piece. This one reminds me of a Finnish folk tale where this girl watered a stump until flowers grew on it. What then? Oh. I don't really, let me see. I want to touch it. Anyway, these, I should have mentioned earlier, all the pieces tonight are on our Facebook. You can see all of them on, gallery on the Facebook event page. What is our next thing? Okay, I don't know if you guys see Scrap Show at your house. It's on all my house all the time lately. Here you go. This is from our buddies at the Scrap Show Scrap Pile Puppet Compound Refuge.
We're all made of pieces. Because life has got to be more than the Scrap Show.
Do the people we are closest to know us better than we know ourselves? What are you best suited for, really? And how do we separate our abilities from our desires? Today we find our friend Blue Frankenstein contemplating all of these questions and ultimately discovering that he may never know, and that's okay too.
Good morning, Blue Frankenstein. What are you reading there, young man? Oh, very nice. What do you find yourself leaning towards? I could easily see you doing either of those things. It's all about following your heart, love. Yes, I know that, dear, but maybe what I mean is you have to know what makes you happy. There's this lady who lives in one of my buildings, 27 years. I've never seen her smile once, and she's not bad off. Deluxe accommodations as long as I've known her. A couple of months ago, I meet her on the street. She has the biggest smile I've ever seen on her face. I didn't even recognize her at first, pushing a cart, reeking of meat. Well, she quit her very lucrative and long-held government position, and she started selling hot dogs from a cart down in the park. She gives free hot dogs to the homeless, happy as a lark. Very, my love, but already I'm beginning to forget how her old frowny face even looked. Which is all to say, of course, understand what you want first, which only sounds easy.
Why don't you ask me what I think you should be doing?
Oh my, BF, I wasn't aware that your brain could speak.
That's right, I talk, but does this fool ever listen to me? No, you don't. 9 times out of 10, you listen to your heart or your gut or even lower organ.
Oh my, your naked brain is scandalous.
I don't care about that hat. You got it at the ballpark and it had ice cream in it.
I'm sorry, dear, but I am intrigued. Why don't you just listen to your brain if it can tell you directly what it means?
I do not lie. There was one possible scenario. I had no idea a random wheelbarrow was going to come barreling in at that moment in the middle of a roller rink. That wasn't a lie either. That was a hypothesis. How can I know words and concepts that you don't know?
Is that true? Do you keep things from him?
No. Well, yes. Several hundreds of thousands of things. Auto responses and subconscious realizations. Even when he's asleep, I'm still connecting the dots on whatever this wild world walker interacts with.
I don't mean to suddenly appear
But if you told him how you do all those things, wouldn't it make it easier to understand you? Good morning, Blue Frankenstein. Mrs. Toad Thing. Good day for it.
Good day for it. Sorry, dear, that's Miss Toadthing.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was Mrs.
Oh, no, dear, I was never married, but also, it's Toadthing, not Toad Thing. Melissa Toad didn't marry Joshua Thing, but still wanted her ex-boyfriends to find her on FacePad.
Miss Toad Thing.
Oh, dear, you're still saying Toad Thing.
Toad Thing.
Hot packet, like ice cream. Toad Thing.
Toad Thing.
That is a thorn, and this is a thistle. Toad Thing.
Toad Thing. Toad Thing. Toad Thing. Toad Thing.
Oh, that's all right. Enough. There was something you suddenly appeared to say.
Oh, yes. I was asking Blue Frankenstein's brain, why not just tell him everything? Because it would be totally overwhelming to him to know what's going on 24/7. I'm not even sure how I manage it all.
So you don't even know what you know?
Yes. Yes. I don't think so. Maybe I do. Well, if I may, my friend Horjal Namke Norbu has this to say on the nature of the mind, and I'm paraphrasing. The mind's true condition is beyond all limits, but if it's beyond the mind, how can we even approach an understanding of it?
Me neither, dear.
Will you be quiet? I'm trying to listen. He likened the nature of the mind to a mirror. When we look into a mirror, we see the reflected image of whatever is in front of it. We do not see the nature of the mirror.
Then what is the nature of the mirror?
Its capacity to reflect, its clarity, its purity, and its limpidity. What is limpidity? I don't understand. What? How do you know that? His point was, the nature of the mind is not visible, and the only actual way to comprehend it at all is through the images reflected from it.
Well, I learned something today.
Well, I'm off to randomly appear elsewhere. Blue Frankenstein, Miss Toad Thing, good day for it.
Good day for it. Well, dear, I always carry a mirror. Let me see.
Yeah, I'd like to look in it. Yes, please. Get the hat! Get the hat! So it seems that the brain does not yet fully comprehend itself, or even know what it wants. And yet, we seem to have a decent grasp on what we do not yet know, and every day someone is learning something no one ever knew, always thinking about what it means to think about it. So one day, we might all actually know what we are talking about. This has been a scrap show.
And we're back. I liked it. Well, I liked it. This next piece of art is by Susie Hosley. She's married to Luke, the guy from the first video. It's a 18 by 24 stretched canvas, oil, and it's professionally framed already, which makes it 19 and a quarter by 25 and a quarter. Susie is a true artist. She works for the Chamber here in Frankfurt, and she's directly or indirectly responsible for why Frankfurt has as many art-related businesses downtown as it does. She truly promotes art, and it's made downtown a lot cooler. And now I'm going to play Luke's other video. He gave me 2, so here you go.
Small relief after all. Well, I was always at your beck and call. Well, up until I shut that door, I can hear you calling more and more. Well, I can smell you as a passerby on a stranger's clothes. Catch a hint of you on the wind, just a puff of smoke. It's not that I wanna see you here, can't seem to escape your eyes. Not so silently calling me, in my head it's so loud. Gotta mouth, gotta time it out. I know you care for me not. Such a small relief after all. I was always at your beck and call, up until I shut that door. I can hear you calling more and more. You may think you got the best of me, I will keep you away. Silent never followed quite so well, I couldn't trace her steps. Can't you see that you're not wanted here? Get out of my life. Long after you stop begging me, you'll still be burrowed in my mind.
I should have talked more about Matt Hosley, the super fan, there at the end of that video. I'm blowing through these art pieces and I'm going to try to banter more. So Matt Hosley is that guy that's showing his belly at the end of that. He sent me a bunch of videos that was just him playing or playing all the parts to several covers for songs. Most of them were metal inappropriate, but there was one that he's going to be surprised about what I did with it later. He said I could use them for anything, and I did. So anyway, our next artist profile is Isabel Smith. She made these hand beaded necklaces. They have sailor knots, and they're adjustable, fully adjustable. This is Danny Moundshroud, our model today. All of these are available individually. You can see much better pictures on Facebook. We have and eBay as well has much better than I think we're getting here. But she also made, it's disappeared in the background, this beautiful handmade bowl. What, baby? Wheel thrown, handmade, excellent bowl for collecting matchbooks in. Is that a thing? Nobody. No. Put anything in it. Cereal. Salsa. All right. Our next hit. Okay. So in the woods of Sinai, there is the legend of a beast. The smell precedes him. He's heard at all hours of the night, his howl thunderous and full of passion. He was long considered a myth, and then he married my aunt and had two incredibly intelligent children, one of which made these, Isabel. The other is in college on a full ride because her brain's so big. So without further ado, Chud, the incomparable Chud.
Here's a Graham Parsons song. I hope I do it justice. In South Carolina, there's many tall pines. I remember the old tree that we used to climb. And now when I'm lonesome, I always pretend I'm getting the feeling of hickory wind. I started out younger, had most everything, all the riches and pleasure. What else could life bring? And now when I'm lonesome, I always pretend I'm getting the feeling of hickory wind. It's a hard thing to find out that trouble is real in a faraway city with a faraway feel. It makes me feel better each time it begins, calling me home, hickory wind, calling me home, hickory wind. This one is, I always heard Uncle Tupelo do it, but I think it's a Bob Dylan song. I am an old moonshiner, 23 long years I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. I go to some holler, set up my steel. If whiskey don't kill me, I don't know what will. I go to some bar room and drink with my friends where the women's can't follow to see what I spend. I love them pretty women. Lord, I wish there was mine and their breath just as sweet as the dew on the vine. Let me $2 when I'm hard up, religion when I die. The whole world's a bottle, and life is but a dram when the bottle get empty. It sure ain't worth a damn. Here's you a Townes Van Zandt song. Won't say I love you, babe. Won't say I need you, babe. I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time. I waste my share of mine. It don't ever feel too good. Let's don't take too long. Well, you're soft as glass. I'm a gentleman. We got the sky to talk about, the world to lie upon. Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough, nothing is too much to bear. Where you been is good and gone, all you keep is a getting there. Oh, to live's to fly, all low and high. Wipe the dust off of your wings, the tears out of your eyes. Goodbye to all my friends, it's time to leave again. Here's to all the poetry and picking down the line. I'll miss the system here, bottom's low and the treble's clear. It don't pay to think too much, things you leave behind. Well, I may be gone, but I won't be long, bringing back the melody, the rhythm that I find. We all got holes to fill, them holes is all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm, sometimes you dig your own. The choice is yours to make, the chance is yours to take. Some dive into the sea, some toil upon the stone. Oh, to live's to fly, all low and high. Wipe the dust off of your wings, the sleep out of your eyes. Wipe the dust off of your wings, the tears out of your eyes. Here's a Jolly Christmas song by Robert Earl Keen. Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We was drinking champagne sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Brother Ken brought his kids with him, the 3 from his first wife Lynn, and the 2 identical twins from the second wife Mary Nell. Of course he brought his new wife Kate. She talks all about AA, ain't smoking while the stereo plays. Noel, Noel, the first Noel. Carve the turkey, turn the ball game on. Drink margaritas 'cause we're all want one. Send somebody to the quick pack store. We need some ice and an extension cord. Box of tampons and some Marlboro Lights. Box of ho-hos and some Diet Right. Hallelujah, everybody say cheese. Merry Christmas from the family. Frank and Rita drove from Harlingen. I can't remember how we're kin to them. When they tried to plug their motorhome in, they blew our Christmas lights. Cousin David knew just what went wrong. We all waited out on our front lawn. He threw the breaker and the lights came on. And we sang Silent Night, Holy Night. Carve the turkey, turn the ball game on. Drink margaritas when the eggnog's gone. Send somebody to the stop and go. We need some celery and a can of fake snow. A box of tampons and some Marlboro Lights. Can of bean dip and some Diet Right. Hallelujah, everybody sing cheese. Merry Christmas from the family. Feliz Navidad.
Well, I liked it. Our next artist profile is Jennifer Noren, who gave us some beautiful handmade necklaces. Whereas Isabel's were understated in the right way, I believe that these are gaudy in the right way. This choker with this pendant, metal, and then this, I guess, waterfally amulet pendant, which is beautiful in the right light. And this red one goes around several times. Betsy informs me that's called a lariat, and they're all very well made. Jennifer, I used to work with Jennifer. She is a good person, and she's an artist for the state. She promotes art. We know a lot of artists apparently, and they're all doing real jobs as well. But here we are. Let's okay. Did you like that last scrap show? Because we have more, and maybe even more. So let's go to scrap show number 2.
We're all made of pieces. Because life has got to be more than this scrap show. The person we are on the inside is informed by the sum of our experiences, but nobody sees who you are on the inside just by looking, and depending on what phase of you are when they catch you, well, it's easy to get as give the wrong impression. Voluntarily or not, our outward appearance and the way we interact affects the way people look at us, for assumption is a mysterious function of the brain, cruel and instantaneous, but like most things, learned.
This is a long intro.
And learned is not always a choice. You learn in your sleep, you learn in an accident. Knowledge is a product of time. You can't experience anything exactly as someone else does. Your experiences are unique to you.
This better have thematic depth, man. You're losing him hard right out of the gate. You know, this one is a Becky the Space Turkey short, right?
Here's a scary thought. A memory can be subject to change. When you recall a memory, new pathways to it are written, new experiences are added to the sum total of its existence within you. So we are constantly changing on the inside, and we have the power to improve a tragic memory.
But wait, that means we also can ruin a good memory?
Right, that's the scary part. Nostalgia can ruin lives. The good news is we can choose to relive our own memories on our own terms, and do so all the time.
So what's the point?
That we can reassume, relearn, rethink just about anything, and the more we choose to know, the more we are capable of knowing.
It also means our memories are unreliable.
Yes, it does. And now you are the one who is making this intro way too long.
Paradoxical. Okay, I'm going to let you finish this, but you better be funny or poignant or something.
No, it doesn't. It only has to be whatever you choose to believe it was when and if you happen to recall it later.
Okay, I think you jumped the shark of your own shtick in 2 episodes.
I disagree.
What are you wearing?
What? Oh, my Santa suit.
I would not have pegged you as a Santa suit wearing kind of guy.
Why not?
Your favorite band is Iron Maiden.
Up to a point. Did you know they were formed on Christmas Day, 1975?
And your favorite movie is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Part 2.
And I don't know that I've ever seen you wearing anything but black until this very encounter.
I own some very dark navy blue things.
And this.
And this. I only wear it one day a year when I bring these toys I made to the sick kids at St. Fluff's.
Wow, weird. That seems cool of you. And you say you made these toys?
Oh yeah, look. Ah. There we go. Right. Look at him. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You pull the string, it pulls the worm.
Cool.
Yeah. You feed it babies, then it poo-poos babies. I call it Ruby poo-poos babies.
Okay.
Ruby poo-poo baby.
Ruby poo-poo baby.
Ruby poo-poo.
Wow, well, I'm really impressed, but I still have to ask, what got you started on this?
Well, you may not realize this, variable that I am now, but the survival rate of the children of a cockroach, Merry Christmas, Mama, and a cave dragon don't have a very high survival rate.
I did not know that, but I guess I should have thought about it. I know you're a roach dragon.
No big. My formative Christmases were spent in a hospital under medical surveillance. I'll never forget the smoky old orderly who used to dress up as Santa Claus, and he made these little people out of cigarette butts.
What?
Yeah, oh yeah, cutest little things. I still have all of them. Rest of Erie was stone silent, mopping the hallway as he chain smoked, listening to the Trooper on full blast. Might have been deaf now that I think about it. Anyway, Christmas time, he'd peek into your room, crack the door just so, and flick a little friend on your bed.
He flicked a wet cigarette on your bed at midnight?
No, not lit. Like pre-smoke, mostly filtered, brown in the middle, slightly discolored from lip spit, and he made him into cute little people.
Okay.
And I asked him one time why he did it, and he said, "It ain't what Christmas ain't about, but what about me? It ain't that either."
Wow.
So yeah, I just want to be that guy for some other kid who's maybe like I was, stuck in bed on Christmas.
But your toys aren't made of...
No, oh no. wood and string and glue and paint. They're fully flammable, I guess.
Well, that's really nice, Daniel. And now I have to ask you, what do I have to do to get you to make me a cute, flammable toy?
Become a thick baby, you idiot.
There he is.
No, I get that the subtitle was like the punchline of what the crazy guy said. It's like the Frasier thing. I mean, all that weird jazz about experiences being selfish and nostalgia ruins lives.
Well, look, random puppet number 2, who also threatens to ruin my well-articulated and far more succinct outro. I guess I meant that the verisimilitude of truth is ultimately subjective, and you have to understand what it is you enjoy or repulses you about a thing.
Now you're throwing 6-syllable words like verisimilitude around and expect people to unpack all that with a cocked eyebrow and a bad Twilight Zone
Look,
impression?
random puppet.
Stop. My name is Tad. No, Thaddeus Chadlick, actually. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm having lunch with my uncle Chadlick tomorrow, who, as you don't seem to know, happens to produce this little, scrap show. I know he's gonna ask me how this cute little job he got me is going, and I'm afraid I may have to tell him.
Well, look, Tad, Mr. Chadlick, I'm of course open to notes. We're really still just trying to figure everything out. I can easily lose the eyebrow.
Well, that is encouraging to hear. Does he not even know that his shirt is transparent? That's me. I'll see you later there, Bob. Good practice.
Scrap show. Wow. I don't know if you can see that. 2,375 since we started. Well, not since we started, but now, currently. Thank you, everyone. You can. Thank you. All right, our next artist profile is Brandon Herod. He went to WKU with my wife. It's an acrylic abstract. It's 16 by 20 on stretched canvas. I like it. It reminds me of a wintry forest. It's got a Samurai Jack thing going on. I like this purple daily over here. It's maybe a splash of cloth that's stuck up against this tree because that's the way the wind is blowing, and the wind will change in a minute and then it'll be gone forever. And like, I don't know. I like it. We swapped around some of our programming earlier to make way for our very, very special guest. The heir apparent of a long line of people with superlative titles who walk around the world showing cartoons to other people. He's on the horn with us this very night to do just that as best he can. I'm very pleased to introduce the Duke of Doodles. Hello, Duke.
Good evening, good sir. It is I, the Duke of Doodles, here to entice and enthrall you with dollar bin delights, allowing to dazzle you with the shiniest coal and flapper fodder. Allowing to broaden your mind with tales told long ago from an age when birthday light burned like magic.
I'm sorry, Duke, to interrupt you at all, but you seem quite a bit more clownish than I expected when we talked on the phone. I don't mean to offend you at all.
Well, no offense to you, good sir, but I think you're just not used to the trappings of the cartoon court. I assure you my attire is extremely appropriate. You hear any jester bells? Can you not see the monocle?
No, I see it. Yeah.
But you see a guy wearing a monocle, your first thought is, what a funny clown or what a stately duke?
Neither, but it still seems like you're doing a Duke clown thing even now with the hands and.
Oh, what is a Duke clown? You want to see this cartoon or not?
No, I mean yes, we do. Please.
All right, I'm doing my best over here to keep this particular profession even going.
I'm sure.
The king of cartoons is dead. Both of them, actually. The ambassador of animation has gone missing. Pope Inkwell III is translating illuminated flip books, and the mime of multimedia has ignored me on 6 different platforms.
Well, we are really glad to have you here.
Thank you. Great to be here. I realize now that this is like a charity thing, but what we talked about on the phone earlier, is that still the deal?
Yeah. Oh, yes. 4 boxes of ding-dongs already in the mail.
All right, great, cool. All I need. Well, let's get to it then. The first cartoon is a Fleischer classic. Fleischer is probably best known for Popeye and Betty Boop, but this one I got for you stars Professor Grampy, and it's a Christmas one. As with most of the things I have to be the Duke of Disclaimers, please do not attempt to use every single common item in your house, make an incredibly dangerous choice. You will not have anything to eat soup with.
I got it.
Also, don't give your kid exploding guns, don't spit nails, don't laugh maniacally the entire time you're sneaking into an orphanage, and don't speak with your mouth closed. I think that's it. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, I give you Christmas Comes But Once a Year.
Christmas comes but once a year, now it's here, bringing lots of joy and cheer. Tra-la-la-la-la. There is a Santa Claus. Christmas comes but once a year, now it's here, bringing lots of joy and cheer. Tra-la-la-la-la. Oh! What's the matter in here, I wonder? Looks like a pretty gloomy Christmas for those poor kids. What can I do? Let me think. Huh? Ah! Oh, no. Hooray! I've got it!
The pills were for various animal maladies like diarrhea, raw spots from excessive itching, and also included antibiotics and tranquilizers.
Duke, are you? Duke, I don't see you. I can hear you.
Pardon, I'm glad to be back.
Well, yeah. I have to say, I was really impressed with the quality of animation in that Fleischer cartoon.
I should say the same. I thank you. I had nothing to do with it. Actually, that's because all these old cartoons were made on film to be shown in a theater. Nobody had a TV in their house back then, of course. Didn't exist. The movie house had two major pictures played on a loop all day. Between those movies, you had like a couple of cartoons, news, reel, maybe a nature documentary of a circus performance.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, it was. But $1 it cost. Sit down in the middle of first movie, cartoon, news, then more news, nature, cartoon, second movie, cartoon news again, and then first half of the movie you walked in late on to begin with. Took about 7 hours.
Wow. How old are you, may I ask?
98, actually.
Yeah? You look great.
Thank you. Cartoon royalty lasts forever, you know. Movie stars, rock stars, they die young and stay pretty, but doodles never die.
I've heard something very like that. Do you have another cartoon for us?
Well, of course I do, but it's a gem.
Okay.
First, let me do a disclaimer for a minute. Seems like every UBI Works cartoon has the cute little ne'er-do-well bent over a knee. And the spank lust is strong with this one. Yeah. Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know that one?
I do.
I actually like this story because no matter how they slice it, Goldie is the villain of her own story. She breaks, enters, breaks again, and in this one, she somehow subconsciously obliterates everything she encounters retroactively while taking a nap.
Wow. I always thought that was a weird story. I mean, what is she doing rifling through other people's houses?
Exactly. It's hard enough for bears to get real estate to begin with. The other thing to watch for is that spanking I was talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah, Goldie is not the one who catches it. And the circumstances it's presented as get stranger the longer you think about it. So anyway, without further ado, Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Here I come, ready or not. You're it.
Darn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 101, 102, 103, 104.
Three blind mice.
See how they run, see how they run. They ran after the farmer's wife. She got off the tails of the carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as three blind mice? La da 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 da.
Oh, see the little mice and how they run. They ran after the farmer's wife. She got off the tails of the carving knife. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as three blind mice? La da da da.
I'm the Papa Bear.
I'm the Mama Bear. I'm the little baby bear.
Somebody's been fooling with my radio. Looks like dirty footwork.
$99, $100, here I come.
Well, I liked it. These items might be considered art adjacent, but since movie props are specifically selected for their purpose, I'm going to call it a draw. Some people may be more interested in these things than the other art things, so this is the first of what I'm calling Cale's Minor Movie Memorabilia. You can see this robot, not this exact robot, but a robot exactly like this in Pee-wee's Big Adventure above his breakfast table. Here, up there. See him. So, as you know, Pee-wee's Big Adventure was Tim Burton's first feature film. I have to believe that Tim chose what was on his set, but I can't help but feel that maybe, Paul Rubens had some input since it was his aesthetic, basically. Anyway, whatever the case, I bought this one in an antique mall in North Georgia several years ago. It used to have a box and head darts, but they are all gone. But his TV stomach still works. Check this out. He walks a little bit, and then he shines. Looks to be like some knockoff Jawa Sandcrawler and a X-Wing wannabe little TV screen. Anyway, he works. I'll take out the batteries before we mail him to whoever opens them. So they don't explode in the mail, but he does function. Okay, our next thing is our first live musical act tonight. James, Jack, are you there?
We're here.
Yay!
Wait.
And they're friends. It says and friends. Are there friends, or is it just you and Jack?
Oh, we've got friends.
Yay, friends. I don't see video.
We're taking the video.
Okay.
Hold on 1 sec.
Okay. All right. I'm going to talk about James for a minute. Yeah, there are people who choose to live out of time. At times like these, you can hardly blame them. But as Gandalf the Grey once said, so do all who live to see such times. I know James through my brother, Trent, for whom this benefits. James's relationship to Trent extends to that most rare and admirable title of oldest and best. His involvement in tonight's show was a given for those reasons and freely received. Thank you. He joins us tonight with the assistance of his brother, Jack, and friends. And together they form the Bareheaded Bards, a Renaissance duo from my home state of Georgia. And all I can say is there better be juggling.
Oh. Is that working? Why? Oh, no. Why?
Well, you can make sounds like there's juggling. Just hit the microphone.
Perfectly fine before. Why? Goodness.
Oh, we can wait.
Of course it's not working. Oh, of course. Plug it in, Jack.
Wait.
Plug in the other thing.
I'm working on it.
Jack, do the thing.
I'm working on it.
I can't help but think this is a bit, but I'm digging it. So
we're gonna make
do
it
it.
work. Don't you worry, Jack. Plug in the video.
It's not working.
Jack, make it work.
Does that work?
Jack, stop playing the calliope.
Bill, to start video camera.
Come on, you can do it.
Wait a second, I have an idea.
Jack, make it work.
Oh crap!
I think it's funnier without the video right now, actually.
Wait, we're close. Wait, we've almost got it.
It's getting dirty.
We're almost there. You just have to believe that we are juggling. Is it working? No, it's not working. Jack, keep working. Crap.
I believe.
Keep playing. The music's great. It implies juggling. That's actually pretty good. This is better than what I was hoping for.
No, this is best case scenario.
Yes, clap. Clap along.
Oh, it fell.
It's a silent film. We should have just had pictures. Oh, I see someone. Ha-ha! Huzzah!
Start juggling, Taco!
Oh, crap! Where do they go?
Wait, no. Oh, yeah, there it is. Pin it
Put
to
us
the...
on the video.
I dropped it.
That's fine. Just keep going. They'll never notice. Do the circles. Oh, jeez. Here you are. Ready? Throw it. Behind.
Faster!
Oh, she's back there. Throw them. And now, our musical performance. Are you ready? Oh shit! I don't have a pick. Here it is. Can you still hear us?
Yes.
Good.
I had muted to hear better. I'm going to do so again.
That's probably for the best. Good luck. We're playing a song you don't know. Excellent. This is our friend Inyoni, the beautiful, the wonderful circus juggler music performer.
Thank you for being here.
I do what I can. We're going to play a song called Little Beggar Man. What key is it in? It's in D. Excellent. Good luck. Uh-huh. That's right, that doesn't matter. But I am a beggar man and begging I've been up for 3 score or more on a single line of green. And I come from the Mickey all the way to Sigu, and everyone knows me by the name of Johnny Dew. Of all the dreams are going through the begging is the best for a winning man is tired, he can beg for the best. He begs first, and he has nothing else to do but to skip around the corner on this old thing. A ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, a ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da. I saw the light one night in Durban, a sharp and red night, it was 7 till the dawn. With only 7 shoes and a rain, you can turn and the fish in the middle of the old thing. Well, I must get going first, getting late at night, and the fire's all ready to go out with the light. And I heard the story of the old big news every night, got me really from your old Johnny Dew. A ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, a ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, I met a black snare girl one day, good morning, black snare girl, I would say. Good morning, little beggar man, how do you do? With your rags and your tights and your old thing. I'm up to get going for it's getting late at night, and the fire's all ready, so I'll miss the night. And I ain't got a story of the old big news every night, got me really from your old Johnny Dew. A ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, a ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ya-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, a ring-die-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da, ring-die-dee-da-dee-da.
If I play on the last note, it's almost as if I was playing the whole time.
That's right. That is how that counts, yes. Well done. All right. That's all we have for now. We'll have to go back to practicing our juggling now, if you don't mind. You know what? We'll just do that whole thing again, but off camera, all right? This time better. All right.
We have nothing to compare it to, but I believe it's going to be better. I don't know what I imagined the first time I heard it, though. I'm not sure. Oh, now we've lost video again.
We're back. Yeah, no, we're still here.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
We have time. I mean, I don't know how much time we have.
We can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kale,
yes, all the time. More juggling. No, whatever you want.
What would you like to hear, Kale? More juggling, or
I have no repertoire of bard song to throw at you, man. I know what is the one? No, nay, never.
No, nay, never. No.
I've been to a Renaissance fair, and I remember that.
Should we do that one?
You do. I'm sure you do. Let's do it.
Totally
No,
do.
do you do it? Oh, you don't.
You want to hear it?
No, we don't have to. You do what you want to hear. I want to hear what you want to hear.
That's code for yes.
Yes,
he
he
wants
wants
to
to
hear.
hear it, but he doesn't want to ask. So go.
That's
Play the
fine.
song.
And it's no day never, no day never, no more will I play Wild Rover. No, never, no more. I've been Wild Rover for many a year, and I spent all the money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with Golden Great Store, and I never will play the Wild Rover no more. And it's no day never, no day never, no more will I play Wild Rover. No, never, no more. I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady the money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. She said the customer's yours, I could have any day, and it's no day never, no day never, no more will I play Wild Rover. No, never, no more. Well, then out of me pocket I took sovereign Sprite, and the landlady's eyes opened wide with delight. She says we have whiskey and beers of the best, and the words I spoke, they were only in jest, and it's no day. Everyone! No day never, no more will I play Wild Rover. No, never, no more. Where's the snowbirds? Yep. I go home to me parents, confess what I've done, and I'll ask them to pardon their prodigal son. And if they'll forgive me as oft times before, then I never will pay the Wild Rover no more. And it's no day never, no day never, no more will I pay the Wild Rover. No, never, no more. One more time, and it's no day never, no day never, no more will I play Wild Rover. No, never,
Huzzah!
Huzzah! There you go.
Thank you.
A classic always.
Absolutely.
Are there any other classics you need for us to
It
play
says
there?
right there.
Not that immediately occur.
We actually got a request. Which
Oh, Trent says St. Brendan.
who I don't know who told you that was. I don't know who told you that was the song we played.
Oh God.
It's
Trent did just now.
All right, you want to go? All right, let's go.
We're going for it.
Oh Lord.
All right,
for it.
all right. Cindy, let's see.
Thank you.
You got it.
Yep, I'm ready.
When I was a lad on the Emerald Isle, I heard many stories both of me and mine. About the demons and dragons that be, that swallow the ships as they sail on the sea. But I was an artist with canvas and paint, and I rode with St. Brendan and his jolly saints. We told the good people farewell for a while. We sailed to St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed to St. Brendan's Fair Isle. Away there on the ocean for 94 days, and we came to a spot where the sea was raised. Those steamers from Harry's were dancing with glee as they burned up the ships as they sailed on the sea. St. Brendan walked out on those blistering waves and threw all those steamers right back in their days. And all of the saints of the heavenly smile, we sailed to St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle. That night, the lads, they were lying asleep. A great dragon came up from under the deep. He thundered and lightning, and he crossed the bridges. He awakened St. Brendan and all of his men. The dragon came up with his mouth open wide. We threw in the cross and the great dragon died. We skinned him and roasted and feasted a while. We sailed to St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed to St. Brendan's Fair Isle. Sing away! We didn't warn him we were going to do that. That was perfect. All right. Well, at last we arrived at that beautiful land, and we all went ashore and we lied on the sand. We took our long boats and we shot a Cebu, and we roasted it up and had hot barbecue. And after a while we were singing this song, we noticed the island was moving along. We ate and we drank and we rode in ice. Oh, we sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle. St. Brendan said, lads, this is much to my wish, for we sail on the back of the world's biggest fish. Hold fast to the rope that is towing the ship. We'll need it someday when the fish tanks come. We sailed every ocean, we sailed every sea, we sailed every spot that a sailor could be. In 44 days we sailed 10 million miles. We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle. Again! We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle, Fair Isle. We sailed for St. Brendan's Fair Isle. Very nice. That was great. All right.
Bravo.
All right. We probably
Thank you, guys.
subjected to enough music at this point.
It was fantastic.
A wonderful Zoom audio.
No, it's good. It's not bad. It's as good as I could have hoped. Really, I can hear it.
Not bad is the goal.
Honestly, that's true.
No, I mean for a live. Yes, it's fantastic. It's like being in Albert Hall. The acoustics.
This is fun.
Yeah.
We can help.
I'm glad you could help. Thank you, guys. Jack, James.
More variety to your lovely variety.
Friends.
This has been excellent.
Thank you. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm about to hit are you digging Scrap Show? Because that's
yeah,
next.
Yeah. More
okay.
Show. Yeah.
More Scrap Show.
That's what we say.
We're gonna profile this, and then we're going to more Scrap Show. Thank you, guys.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. We're off. Goodbye.
I'm friends.
Hello.
We're off. All right, we're back. Cindy Walton is Betsy's aunt. She is a knitting machine. If she was ever in some sort of John Henry-esque situation with a knitting machine, it would be very, very close. This is a shawl that she made. It reminds me of Van Gogh's Starry Night. What's that? The Bobby Fischer of knitting, yeah. She also we have another Afghan. It's mostly gray. It's got a orange and teal thing going on in the little thing. It's very subtle pieces of orange and teal, and it'll go great on your couch in your any film after 2015 themed movie room. All of these things I should mention again, probably mention, are on our Facebook events page. You can find links, individual, better pictures than whatever this looks like here, there. And then each listing goes to an eBay listing, which will be ending tonight at 9 o'clock pretty soon. So after that, I should update the tote board again. I think the GoFundMe is doing pretty well. I just got a text. But let's do Scrap Show.
We're all made of pieces. Because life has got to be more than the Scrap Show.
Well, of course there's flies.
Oh yeah, flies. Classic. Always a good choice. Can never get enough dough.
Nah, I feel that. Never full on flies.
How's about worms?
Like fuzzy worms or slimy worms?
Either one.
I mean, I've eaten worms, but not...
Nah, yeah. I can totally get full on worms.
Oh, here comes your buddy.
What's that you got there? This here's my contribution to the art auction for the kid from the future.
I think you may have gotten that wrong.
Shh, doesn't matter.
So what is it?
It's my Fuzzy Gumby. That's just a weird knockoff Gumby doll, Pappy. I don't think it qualifies as art.
I have to agree. To be art, you have to do like something else to it.
Well, not just that. You have to, mean for it to represent something to you, that means something from you.
Or something you think looks cool in the living room.
Yeah. I think I see what you fellers are saying.
But listen, have you ever eaten a frog?
What? No way, dude. A frog is currently dating my sister.
Oh yeah, well, if you ever get a chance, like if dude ever cheats on your sister or something.
Wilson.
It's like butter, a big fat pat of green butter.
I don't know, man.
Ironically, lily pads are horrible.
Horrible. Just horrible.
I got a chunk of lily pad in with my last frog, and I didn't know whether to chew slower or faster, right?
Yeah.
No tongue.
Well, I didn't know you didn't have a tongue. I've got a tongue.
Nope, none.
Oh, here comes your boy. Hey, Babs. Okay, check it out. Boom. Art. The Gum Ranger.
Wow.
Now, Pappy, you just made a Lone Ranger costume for your Fuzzy Gumby.
But he made it, obviously.
Still, it's a customized doll at best. More craft than art. Mostly felt.
Well, what's the difference? Same aisle at Ballmax.
Yeah, but crafts are like something you can teach others to do, and art is unique unto itself. Well, what do you fellers recommend? I'm sorry, Paps, but that's the other thing. You can ask for criticism, but ultimately it's a reflection of you.
That's deep, man. Do you art?
I write a little.
Nice, but what about multiple copies of the same thing, like pop art?
Yeah, well, I think if it's a limited edition, never reproduced the same way, sure, yeah, it can be art.
But then that makes most toys art, too.
I think they are.
Then why isn't Pap's Fuzzy Gumby?
Because that's the end result of somebody else's art. I think you can start there, but that makes it a building block, a place to go from. Well, I really do like the Lone Ranger and Gumby. That's great, man. Maybe it's done. That's your call. I just think you could further expound on what you mean when you say the Gum Ranger so others can feel it when they look at it. Well, they both talk to their best friends who are both horses. See, there you go. That's better. Okay. I think I got it. There we go. Alright, be honest. Would you ever eat a turtle?
No way, man. I love
you do.
No, not me. Just like you go to a party, happens to be a well-prepared turtle buffet.
Yeah, no way. Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Plus, your shell would never dissolve, and I'm sure that meat is really tough.
Yeah, like them lily pads.
Yeah, lily pads are so
Gross.
Like horrible. So terrible.
Terrible.
Well, here comes your boy.
Here's your boy. Look, oh no. Oh. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, I really like it.
So what's going on here? Well, I painted a model of Trigger to look like Pokey. And they're jumping out of this book like they did in the show. Did they?
I have no idea.
So it's like the fantasy for both of them that defines their friendship. Pokey maybe wants to be a more realistic stallion type, and Gumby wants to be fuzzy.
Because he's usually made of clay.
I thought you didn't watch the show.
I've seen it, but I don't recall much of it. I remember a yellow lizard.
His name was Prickle. He's a dinosaur.
That's right, and the blue slime girl.
Her name was Goo. She's a flying mermaid.
Cool, well, I think you nailed it, Pappy.
Yeah, I agree. Recontextualization achieved. You have created art. Good job. I don't know, you guys. The more I think about it, I'm gonna go work on it some more. All right.
Bye.
Bye. There he goes. Fly. Aw, nice reflexes.
Go get the next one. Yeah, looks like a worm that fell off Pappy.
No.
Also, turtles are full of worms.
2595. I guess that's a 9. 2595. We're doing well. This is what Paps came up with here. Bit of a mixed media. Looks like a checkerboard and dinosaur. He's done some weird thing over here. A couple toys. I liked it. So anyway, or can you see it? Well, no. Let's see. I can move this guy. Here we go. All right. So our next musical guest is live again. We have John Atha. Are you there, John? Some of you may know John from a Downtown County band. I know John is a man of principle and conviction. We worked together for a while, and he left on principles, and I respected the hell out of him for it. I more or less did the same thing, but only like 5 or 6 years later, less principles, I guess. John is a talented artist with a sharp mind and a generous heart. What's up, man?
Not much. How are you doing, Kale?
I'm good, dude.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Cool.
How's it going?
It's going great, man. I'm glad that you invited me to do this, and I've been enjoying the puppet show, the scrap show, a lot.
Thank you.
Digging everything.
I guess you figured out that's pretty much just me and Betsy and the boys here.
I figured out you right off the bat, but everything else I couldn't really figure out. But
Betsy pulled out all kinds of voice work for that. She's got a couple that I hadn't heard before. I'm glad to know them now.
Yeah, it's pretty brainy for a puppet show. It's pretty highbrow stuff.
Thank you. What do you got for us?
All right. This first one is called. Move it up closer.
Oh, yes.
Can you see it?
Sexy Outlaw. I didn't know your middle name was Gilbert. That's sexy enough.
Yeah.
What is this? What does the guy say?
Favorite thing about me is my awesome middle name.
Yeah.
Okay, Sexy Outlaw. Here we go. She came on a magic train. I didn't know her name. She's about 5 foot tall, that's all. She don't walk like me, you see, except her male had a fee. I stepped up when she looked my way. I didn't know what to say, so I just said, hey. She said, I'm looking for the one who sings, and I heard he could do other things too. And I said, yes, that's true. But I need to know who the hell are you, cause you walk real cute and you're still unknown, you're still brand new. She said my name is B, and that's all you need to know for right now. I travel around from town to town, but keep it on the low, baby. She came into town on a magic train, sexy. I don't know her name, sexy. She made me sing like an outlaw. I seen her downtown dancing in the rain. She was getting good at the game, but I didn't know how good yet. She made big time deals. She was hell on wheels, keeping it real, looking for the next guy to make her squeal. She climbed in a car twice a week for 200 miles. Green was her style, but it's just for a while, she said. I got a backup plan, she said, and it involves you, man. I've got this friend on the scene, and he wants to hear you sing. I told him you were great, and I just can't wait. So you and I go out to Malibu, because you might now do. You just sit tight and get your little head right. She came into town on a magic train, sexy. I don't know her name, sexy. She made me sing like an outlaw, and I went bop, 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 bop. She came into town on a magic train, sexy. I don't know her name, sexy. She made me sing like an outlaw, and I went bop, 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 bop. All right, this next song, we've got a card for it too.
Walking the what up higher? Oh, it's a cow.
Kelly's a really accomplished artist too.
I see. I want all of them. We should have had them here. Damn.
You can auction them off.
She worked on that cow for a couple hours. Trying to remember, but my feelings don't know for sure. Trying to reach out, but it's gone. Lucky stars in your eyes. I am walking the cow. I really don't know why I'm staying here. Oh, 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 oh. I am walking the cow. Try and point my finger, but the wind keeps spinning me around in circles. Circles, lucky stars in your eyes. I am walking the cow. I really don't know what I have don't know what I have to care. Oh, 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 oh. I am walking the cow. Lucky stars in your eyes. Lucky stars in your eyes. And
Excellent.
last but not least, another picture from my wife. A little closer.
That one needs to float. Yeah.
Are they backwards to you all, or are they?
No, not to me. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're right reading as far as I can see.
They're backwards on our end. Yeah, this is a Billy Corgan song, Aeronaut. I like it a lot. It seemed appropriate for this, so.
Sure. Thank you.
And this is the last one I'm doing, and thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for donating. It's a great cause, and just want to send my best regards to Trent and Anna and Lewis.
I don't know if you see them up there. They just popped up.
I did see them, yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're awake right now. In the middle of your set, they popped up. Oh, there they are.
Awesome. So awesome. So which one is Lewis? Okay.
Closest.
Okay, yeah. Super cool. That's awesome. So I want to do my best to you all, and thank you, Cale, for asking me to do this.
Thank you for doing it, man. I'm glad to have you.
Last one. Tumble down the middle, the world survives. Look out, child, the air's alive. Call it ether, elemental, dark night. One magic heart to seize, one little mind to ease on, one silver drum that beats. The mountain was born of us. This mountain was born of us. And if I'm leaving you without return, a snare, can a boy float through time and space? You can call it home if you wish, or if it's fair, but it's mine to share and share alike. Won't you mourn with me? Lover, won't you mourn with me? Love, won't you mourn with me? Fall across the middle, the world survives. Look out, child, the air's alive. Call it ether, elemental, dark nights. One magic heart to fly, one little life to light up, one silver eye to eye. The mountain was born of us. This mountain was born of us. And if I'm leaving you without return, a snare, can a boy float through time and space? You can call it home if you wish, or if it's fair, but it's mine to share and share alike. So won't you mourn with me? Lover, won't you mourn with me? Love, won't you mourn with me?
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
There he is.
All right, I'm going to double up on these Kale's minor movie memorabilia yet because I got one that people want and one that people don't care about at all. I got this one. This thing is a weird little feeder that I picked up at the Peddler's Mall here because I thought it was weird. And then upon my, I don't know, semi-annual rewatching of Ghostbusters, spotted it there. That's the housekeeper feeding little baby Oscar in Ghostbusters 2 and Viola. The other one, probably more interesting, definitely more popular in the eBay thing, is this Coleco 1982 Donkey Kong. I've had this my entire life. Actually, my father picked this up in an auction many years ago. It was in a box of toys. I got a bunch of random toys that way. And it works when it wants to. It always has been that way. Again, I'll take the batteries out before I mail it so it doesn't explode in the mail. But this guy is probably the most easily seen in a movie because it's in Gremlins. And it's while Gizmo's over there being a good little mogwai with his Santa hat and his tooting on his horn, the bad mogwais are playing this very game. And I'm not sure why. Maybe, I don't know, video games lead to violence. I'm not sure. You could see almost on this that there's a sticker on the back of that doesn't actually exist in the real version. It's a Donkey Kong Jr. sticker. Apparently Spielberg thought that it was, or who directed, it is produced by Spielberg. I've forgotten who, Joe Dante directed Gremlins and apparently put this Donkey Kong Jr. sticker on there to cover the back. It's not even supposed to be there. So anyway, Gremlins memorabilia. And I think we have the Duke of Doodles. Is he on? Is he back?
Hi.
Duke. Heyo. There he is. So I have a confession. As a child, my nickname was Doodle.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
My mother gave it to me because I drew all the time.
Oh, you're just making it worse.
But it's your name.
It's not my name, it's a title. Actually, I thought Kale was a nickname when we first spoke.
No. So I can't call you Doodle.
No. But, and normally I wouldn't tell you this, but I'm more or less enjoying this thing you're doing, and I feel bad for your terrible string of names. My name is Scott.
Okay, Scott.
But you can call me the Duke of Doodles.
Okay. Are those shoulder pads comfortable?
What shoulder pads? Oh, yeah. Royalty section of Goodwill. Do you know that guy? Good dude. Cheap clothes, bad heart. But this, Gold Girls active lifestyle comfortable. For when you got to speed walk to the Cheesecake Factory.
And those pants, I saw them when you came in earlier.
Oh, let's not talk about these pants. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's nice.
Ton of huge pants at Goodwill, mostly blue jeans. Took a minute to find one that had both the style and the right execution.
And the twins.
Oh, we're not muted.
So what does the squeeze do as an extension of your duties for the...
For the ladies, obviously.
Obviously.
Because I'm a leg man. Unfortunately, I found the ladies possessing the sort of legs I'm looking for, typically like men sporting the kind of backside that I have.
Do you have another cartoon to show?
Oh, I do. But are you picking up what I'm laying down?
Yeah, I think I am.
Butt ladies like leg men.
Yeah, okay.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
It's just science, man.
The cartoon, man.
Okay. The only disclaimer I have for this one is that it's terribly, horribly old, like silent film old, not even the original soundtrack old. One of the earliest stop motion films in existence, made in Paris by Russians. Because reasons?
Is stop motion considered animation?
Look, yeah, it's inanimate objects moved one frame at a time to create the illusion of motion. Please stop splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a quote in this one that I find myself saying all the time.
What is that?
These frogs know not what they are well off.
What does that mean?
By Jupiter, it means you're going to have to watch it and find out. But hey, man, thanks for having me. I'm going to instantly nickname you Host Steroiderito.
I don't hate it. Thank you for being here. I think you opened a lot of minds tonight to the timelessness of taking old children's entertainment way out of context.
That's all I've ever wanted. So here it is. Then I'm going to bed. I'll be looking for those ding dongs, by the way. Merry Chrysler. Happy New Year.
Merry Chrysler. Oh. Well, I liked it. Our next artist profile is me. I made several of these kinds of wieners for a steampunk convention a couple years ago. It was a cabinet of oddities. I throw away most of the things, recycle, reduce, reuse, and these are the three that survived of the oddities cabinet. This is my take on a Fiji mermaid. The famous P.T. Barnum sewing a monkey to a fish and calling it a wonder of the world. Dragon egg with a Brillo pad copper nesting, because I don't know, that's dragon nest material, I guess. And this guy, he looks like a sloth mostly. I'm going to call him a tree farm because he's kind of piggish and cowy, and he looks kind of like a duck. Looks pretty gross, actually. But they come together as a set. Bookshelf oddities. this guy closer now. It's pretty heavy. He's got a mic stand base. But anyway, that's available on our Facebook along with everybody else's art. And we're going now to Scrap Show. Scrap Show again. Let's do it.
We're all made of pieces. Because life has got to be more than the Scrap Show. No. Come in.
You okay in here, Rumi? There's a distinct lack of 120 clickety-clack in here.
120 clickety-clack.
Yeah, when you're on fire in here writing, it's all John Philip Sousa. Click, clickety-clack, clack, 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 clack. It's hard sometimes to keep my 3/4 bard song going when you're in here going full 76 trombones.
No, sorry about that.
No, it's fine. That's how I know you're happy. Tonight, you're in here sounds like beat poetry. Click, clickety-clack, Klukowski, Clemmer, banana hammock.
It's true. I am struggling.
So what's the problem?
I'm having a hard time writing jokes about spinal meningitis.
I'm sure you are, but I'm also sure nobody asked you to do that.
Well, I'm a comedian. I'm a writer. The benefit is spinal meningitis. I'm lost.
I think they want comedy to lighten the seriousness of the situation up. People can Google whatever in real time. I think you just bring your best jokes, and that's all that's up. What have you got so far?
Okay, so I was going for like a topical taboo kind of thing to catch them off guard right off the bat. What do Michael Jackson and O.J. Simpson have in common?
Oh, I don't think you should. But alright. What?
They're both missing a glove.
Alright. Taboo, I'll give you, but topical. Yeah, no, ditch the entire thing. Bad look.
I agree.
Well, look, I'm a songwriter, but I would have a really hard time writing a song as good as Disease is bad.
Yeah.
For me, I try to write from real experience, like a diary, just to keep the tone in the broadest sense. It's like being honest without being too specific, so others can relate to the feeling and then hang their own hat on it.
I keep feeling like if I had a hooky hook, like a good line with vague profundity that makes you feel better about the helplessness of it all.
No, dude, that's Beatles stuff. That's Dylan stuff. No offense, but I am not capable of casually referencing spinal meningitis in a song. And neither are you.
Well, I gotta write something. I told him I would.
Take a break from it. Sometimes the problem's too big to even frame it properly. Look at We Are the World.
Ugh. Right. Too many cooks.
Too many cooks. Only 1 in 200,000 people will ever need to worry about this kind of thing at all. That doesn't mean it's not important. Awareness at all is your basic goal. Too big by far for a single performance? I can see that's not helping. I'll leave you alone with it.
No. I think I need to leave it alone for a minute. Would you like to go get a cup of coffee or something?
Sounds great, but let me put this thing up and get my shoes.
We'll go in my car.
Good, because mine's knocking weirdly. So what kind of funny moment for you came from a major bummer that you can draw from without being too specific?
I'm still thinking. Comedy's where I go to escape tragedy typically. It's why I'm tripping so hard.
Think about something you didn't want to do, but had to anyway. Challenging yourself for somebody else.
Okay. Well, when Mama died, you know she was an over-the-top micromanager.
I remember Fran very well. God bless her.
So, she's stuck in a bed, barking orders as usual, and she clears everyone in the room out but me, says she has something terribly important to tell me.
Okay.
So there I am, sitting in a huge room with my dying mother. The kind of situation where you're open to any kind of emotion, but you're not allowing yourself to feel anything.
Right.
And she goes,
"Come close, Samuel. I can't trust anyone else with this. When I'm gone, your Aunt Janet is gonna come in and pretend that she's the only one with feelings in the world, and she'll ruin the whole thing with her weird nose crying and cheap finger foods."
You sound just like her, by the way.
Thank you, I know. So I'm like, "Mom, what does Aunt Janet have to do with what you can only trust me with?" And she says,
"'Cause I'm well known as the woman who always has the best pastry spread, and when I'm gone, I'm gonna need you to go down to Elmo's and get 6 dozen of the homemade sticky buns to bring to my wake." They're the only sticky buns that even begin to touch mine, and you're the only person I trust to make sure they aren't stuck with Janet's ants on a log.
Wow.
Yeah, literally the last thing she said to me in private was,
At least I won't be around to hear Janet's nose trumpet. Please make sure you're there early, Samuel. The line starts forming at 5:30.
She's right. Elmo's is legit. That's what you did the morning your mother was buried?
Yup. 2 hours in line, 40 degrees, 8 dozen sticky buns. So how's about this for an opener? Store-bought sticky buns are a damn lie.
I like it. How so? Hold it, actually. I spied a sign as we came in talking about made-to-order funnel cakes, and I am suddenly about it. When's that waitress coming back?
There he is.
Y'all need any creamer?
I could use some creamer. Yeah. Ah, cream it up. Yeah. You're convinced. You saw my creamer, now you want some creamer. Here he goes.
Keep it coming.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Aha! So we see two friends discover one another over coffee. Could it be Lamo?
Nope. Lose it. Get out. Get out with it. That doesn't even jive with their obviously platonic relationship. What is this Antonio Banderas in Paris thing you're doing?
I just thought, because I had the eyebrows, and, I thought it looked fairly decent in the mirror.
You're fired. We're going in another direction entirely.
Wait, I'm versatile. That accent was pretty decent, don't you think? Come on, man. My baby left me. I got 3 dogs.
I liked it. Our next artist profile is signed. These are autographs from Adam West, the 60s Batman, and Julie Newmar. Eartha Kitt was Catwoman later, but oh, it's glary. Wait a minute. There we go. Bad glare. Anyway, these are semi-gloss cardstock 8x10s that were signed by the actor and actress at the Superman Museum in Illinois. I was the first time I went there, I bought these maybe a decade ago. It planted the seed for my Superman fandom, but at the time I didn't know that. I was still a meager Batman fan. So I tried to buy this big old ceramic Batman holding a Batarang like this. It was up on a shelf, and she's like, I don't know. Let me call the dude, like the proprietor of the Superman Museum, which is considered one of the best, collections of memorabilia in America anyway. So she calls the man, and I'm like, yes, do that thing. And I guess he didn't really want to sell it, so he said to her, go get those autographs from when Julie and Adam were here. And here she is and here he is. I bought them both. I've forgotten what I paid for them, but I have no reason to believe they're not authentic. They're Sharpie, obviously. It seems like the sort of thing that if you've ever met somebody at a convention, they're always selling 8x10s that they then sign for you. So it makes sense to me. They come as a set, and they're on eBay with everything else. Our next artist is very important to me. I could talk a lot about Jasmine Fouts, but I won't, because her singing voice is much nicer to listen to than my speaking voice. I will say that she just dropped an album called Aviation Day, which I believe is available on iTunes and Spotify now. And I was fortunate enough to be involved in a small part with that. She recorded a video, and that's next.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jasmine Fouts, and I am thrilled to be playing some songs for Lewis, who is the future. We love you, Lewis. When you take my hand to cross the street, when you fix me something good to eat, when you watch me carefully, ooh, that feels like love. when you kiss my head above the eye, when you reach for me in the night. All of the ways you come to find me, oh, they feel like love. Oh, they feel like love. And when it feels good, no further questions. When it feels bad, we'll learn our lessons. And I knew you sometime before, slept under stars, went off to war. We are still here, we are still trying, to love. Oh, my love. It's magic. I have a sweater on now. That last song was called Feels Like Love, and I had to get all cozy because I have a little lullaby here that I'd like to play for you. It's pretty easy. You can sing along to it. It has no name yet, but it's pretty obvious who it's for. So I'll put the lyrics in the chat. Okay, here goes. Hey, hey, Louis, sweet little Louis, you made it. Here you are. And oh, we love you, we sure do love you, you bright little shining star. Sing it. Hey, hey, Louis, sweet little Louis, you made it. Here you are. And oh, we love you, we sure do love you, you bright little shining star. Your mom and your dad, your uncle and your aunt, they're all here for you every day. And as you grow, you got a village, we'll hold you close. We're all here for you, come what may. So hey, hey, Louis, sweet little Louis, you made it. Here you are. And oh, we love you, we sure do love you, you bright little shining star. Hey, hey, Louis, sweet little Louis, you made it. Here you are. And oh, we love you, we sure do love you, you bright little shining star. Hey, so I've played a love song, a lullaby. Now it's time for a song about drunk people. That's just the rules. I didn't make the rules. Those are just the rules. This is a song called That Kind. I knew they wouldn't understand the way the drink just fell floor. And then you walked on in the door. I've had enough to drown a man. I've spun in circles like that overhead fan. But still you couldn't knock me down if you tried. But you don't look to be that kind. That kind. Always looking for a fight. That kind. Don't know is wrong from is right. They're watching me and I can tell. They think that I am in my own personal hell. But this is honestly the best part. It's over and now I can start. It's that kind of change that racks you right through. It's that kind of starting over brand new. And now you couldn't knock me down if you tried. But you don't look to be that kind. No, you don't look to be that kind.
I saved that middle song as a surprise. Jasmine did what I could not do, which was write Lewis a song. And I think she nailed it. Our next artist profile is Jay Ritchie. I'm not giving any piece of art special attention over another, but this is probably most specifically desirable to a certain group of people. Jay plays music with my brother, who plays the bass, but Jay is probably more well known for his work with the 501st Stormtrooper Legion. You've seen him there when you need a bunch of stormtroopers on your downtown parade. It's the 501st, and Jay was the man here in Kentucky for a long time. He knows the minutia, every minor difference in every iteration of the Stormtrooper pantheon, and all that said, this dude is called Mr. No Stripes. To Star Wars nerds, that means that this particular helmet is a rare beast. We posted, I think on the eBay has a fairly detailed log of the construction of the build of this helmet, but he spray painted it dark green first so that it was the original plastic color. It was molded in green originally, and this guy, Mr. No Stripes, is known as the guy, apparently the only stormtrooper that can aim in the entirety of Star Wars, because he's the one that shoots Leia right at the beginning of A New Hope. He blasts her when she falls down right before she sends R2 and begins the whole thing of the first one. But he's one of the first screen scene stormtroopers, and Jay knows exactly what he's doing. So this guy is available on eBay until 9 in 20 minutes. He's already got a bid on him, so it's good. People like this guy. It's called a bucket to nerds, the Stormtrooper helmet, just in case you're wondering. They call it a bucket. So this bucket you can find. We're going to do our last scrap show of the night. Probably the funnest. I'm going to shout out at Lyndon right now. I saw him watching earlier. He was indispensable help with all doing this. Betsy and I would have killed each other without Lyndon being there in the middle to help. And he did, absolutely. Elliot as well, who puppeteers the octopus at the beginning on the snowman's head at the very beginning of the Scrap Show theme song. That's Elliot, the octopus, and the purple guy is Lyndon. In this one, there's a lot of background people moving, and they were both integral to that process. So here we go. Scrap Show number 5.
We're all made of pieces, because life has got to be
is more than the scrap show. Hey, dude, I'm sorry I'm so late.
Yeah, I was starting to wonder.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had some crap to take care of, and I lost track of time, and,
You don't seem ready to get your nog on.
look, dude. Can we not,
Not what?
like, go inside?
Why?
I'm just not feeling it this year.
Is it Diane?
Well, yes. Diane left me, and she owns the bar. And everyone got laid off, and I quit, and so now I don't have a job or unemployment, and...
But you're leading in the How Many Times Last Christmas is played internationally pool. It's astronomical.
I knew it would be. It's only gonna multiply exponentially until the bubble burst. When and if ever a punk Christmas song hits the top 10, I am going to clean up.
See, you love Christmas.
Yeah.
Then what's the problem?
I guess the bookie is not a good enough excuse for false Christmas enthusiasm, and I don't have to be here to collect anyway. The forced happiness, the obligation, the expense, the mess.
Okay, yeah, I feel that mess.
There's this annual rush to bust a hump to create some temporary wonderland, and afterwards, it disappears.
Well, I feel better afterwards. I like to clean. Maybe that's the two-sided coin of tradition. Being together is nice.
Yeah.
Expectations suck. Going broke sucks. Food is good.
Yeah, the food. That's a place where I can get into all kinds of spirit. Everybody making a huge amount of the one thing they're actually good at, and then they just leave it out.
Nobody's keeping track of how much anybody else is eating.
And napping on other people's furniture.
Oh, nothing more luxurious than napping on other people's furniture.
Where do you buy other people's furniture?
We're not allowed in there. And they don't even care if you melt a little.
No, I don't melt. I'm enchanted snow.
Like Frosty.
No, dude. Frosty can melt. His enchantment is hat-based. That's why he's confined to the pole in the off-season. Christmas snow and enchanted snow, two different things.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah. His consciousness basically lives in the hat. That's why he's a mythic figure in snowman culture, but, dude.
What?
I love you. We are good friends, but it is Frosty the Snowman to you. You go in there and drop a fat Frosty in the wrong group of mixed snowmen, there's about to be a ball fight, and I may not be able to talk us out of it.
I thought you were well respected in there.
Well, business-wise. Socially, not as much of late. None of my snowman friends seem to skip a beat separating us in their heads almost instantly.
They don't care that she's the Yeti who broke your heart or your arm?
Oh no. Diane's Yetidom has always been secondary to her delightful character. You don't even mind how bad her breath is. Her feet, I mean, they were big, but like, shapely.
What?
I broke my arm. Spooning incident.
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
I just miss her.
I don't think you should go in there tonight.
But you stood out here forever waiting on me in the cold and...
As I've told you several times, I'm a snow deer. Cold is not a thing to me. Let's go back to your house and chill.
Wow, thanks, dude. I have all the stuff to make hot tamales and garden salsa surprise.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I put a bag of hot tamale candies into a bag of garden salsa sun chips. It's amazing.
Oh, okay.
And we're watching National Lampoon's Vacation.
Not Christmas Vacation?
What part of can we not do?
Okay, got it. But I may be napping on your couch.
You melt on my furniture. We're watching Vegas Vacation.
Deal.
I found out long ago.
Whoa.
Well, I liked it. I updated this a while ago, but I forgot to say anything about it. That's the total as it currently stands on GoFundMe. It's changed twice since we've done this. It's going well. So this is my last piece of art, technically minor movie music memorabilia, but it has a story This is a tour book from '78 when Dylan did what he called World Tour. That was the name of it. This is a book. It stayed the same in America and Europe, and I bought this in the bookstore in Paul Sawyer Library here in Frankfurt, and it was a little musty when I first got it. It was obviously what had happened is somebody was getting rid of somebody else's stuff, and they dumped it in the book thing. But haha, as soon as I get home, I open it, and what should fall out but the ticket. This is the ticket that whoever bought this. Do you know in 1978 how much a Bob Dylan ticket cost at Freedom Hall here in Louisville? I'm Dora the Explorer now. It's $10. So when this book, the book itself is pretty standard, but the ticket is fairly rare. So they come together, and that's the final this thing. But earlier I told you something about Matt Hosley. He Luke's older brother, he produced those videos that we saw very first, and then he sent me a bunch of stuff. If you have time, if you need something, and I spoke earlier about how those were covers of other songs, and some of them were inappropriate because they were heavy metal, but they just screamed to be karaoke'd. And of course, you know, our friend Blue Frankenstein loves to sing, so here's Blue Frankenstein wheezes.
Awakens ancient feelings like father, stepfather. The sun is drowning in the
into singing. I want to thank everybody who donated their time and effort. Hard to say anything nice about COVID, but I will say that there was no way I would have been able to get this many artists to do this if we hadn't all been forced to learn how to do this last year anyway. So thank you, everyone. If I seem clever or endearing, it's reverse engineering of how a thing that I am not should be. I simulate, look and feel, I revolve round a wheel, on a loop, on a road, on a sea. Cardboard and glue, wires and screws, just south of a natural phenomenon. Tin plates and clay and paper mache, mama, your boy's an automaton. Shub. Sold on the street, light on my feet, quick to meet, not exceed expectations. I'm a toy, I am art, a machine built with heart, and I don't take well to alteration. Pulleys and string, levers and springs, only the maker really knows what's going on. I still put on my show, took me too long to know, mama, your boy's an automaton. Presented to the king, another jewel amongst his things, stationary till my gears are set spinning. But with nothing new to say, soon the novelty fades. Once a party, but now the crowds are all thinning. Now cardboard and glue, wires and screws, just south of a natural phenomenon. Tin plates and clay, but you knew right away, mama, your boy's an automaton. Thank you. That went about as well as I expected it to. Doesn't it strike you that those two are flaunting their hearts? Doesn't it rub that others apparently live just as they want? I don't know what you're scared of, boy. You've never been in a real situation. Don't know what you're still here for. You were dismissed when you signed your confession. Cynical boy, king of the world, you are alone. Give it a whirl, just as you thought, not worth the wait. Tell everyone it's not that great. Cynical boy, king of the world. Wouldn't it feel good to reconcile all that you are? Oh, reckless abandon can feel like a burden, requiring more on your part. I might know what you're looking for, but I've never been too good at reading the signal. I left 'cause my time had come. I knew it was wrong all along. Oh, cynical boy, king of the world, you are alone. Give it a whirl, just as you thought, not worth the wait. Tell everyone it's not that great. Cynical boy, king of the world.
miserable jackass can still live the life of a steed. If the legend is true and you hold your course through, then the path will provide what you need. Have you seen this road before? Oh, the rain washed it all and then in came the night. Will the sun provide a door? I won't know till I stand in the light. Cynical boy, king of the world, you are alone. Give it a whirl, just as you thought, not worth the wait. Tell everyone it's not that great. Cynical boy, king of the world. Cynical boy, king of the world. Thank you. Onions and corn husk, you got your grease and your tater skins. The dirty water that you done defrosted chicken in. Get the gristle, fat and marrow and what Duchess left behind. The crumbs and crust and kernels, the old gravy, peels and rinds. We all waller in the refuge, fill the bucket to the top. We all silly about this silage, we all crazy about this slop. Take the parts that no one wanted and the swill that you can't swig. You can take all the trash and the funky ass and you feed it to us pigs. Rotted cheese and fetid meat, you got your styrofoam and shoes. Screws and nails and guts and tails and the pieces you can't chew. Oh, stuff and fluff, I can't get enough of whatever makes you puke. You root up all the good stuff and we'll root you up some shrooms. We all waller in the refuge, fill the bucket to the top. And we all silly about this silage, we all crazy about this slop. Take the parts that no one wanted and the swill that you can't swig. You can take all the trash and the funky ass and you feed it to us pigs. You can wrap it up all pretty, cause we'll eat the paper too. Inject it for you, freeze it, and we'll line up to drive through. This unnamed game, it still smells the same, tastes like it used to. Moo, I'm not above it, dear God, I love it, and my children love it too. We all waller in the refuge, fill the bucket to the top. We all silly about this silage, we all crazy about this slop. Take the parts that no one wanted and the swill that you can't swig. You can take all the trash and the funky ass and you feed it to us pigs. You can take all the trash and the funky ass and you feed it to us.
It's 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. I'm going to keep playing. We'll add the final total of the stuff that was for sale, and we'll add it to this. And that's a night. Thank you for everybody. I'm gonna play some more. Not a lot more, but yes, some more, and then we will. I thank you all for joining us tonight. Hey, I see everybody. Betsy's got it up there. There's Elliot. Actually, I see Susie. I wrote this for Susie and Luke.
How do two souls bleed? Flung on a word to worlds unknown. And how can a man be part of a body that is not his own? And how could she think the end result could be better than the start? Oh, what gives them hope's wings? Is it the faith of two kindred hearts? Oh, others have said it better, but they weren't singing for you. And I am, so I will, and I do. Somewhere a bell rings, and 24 faces that mean the whole world gather to hear a predictable speech combine a boy and a girl. And what is this strange new beast, this confident thing called a man and wife? Oh, why don't you make me be happy with you for the rest of our lives? Oh, I'm jumping without a tether, but I'm falling too fast to see blue. Yes, I am, but I will, and I do. Oh, is there one designed to save me? Oh, could this be the end of up to now? Oh, have my plans been all they've been built up to be? Just what the hell are we gonna do? Two boats are floating away from the shore as the wind will blow. Don't know where they're going, or whether they ever might find their way home. They see one horizon, and one setting sun disappears in the sea. Oh, they know that the current that keeps them together could be the same one that sees them leave. Oh, love is a boat with no rudder, and faith is a night with no moon. And I am, so I will, yes I do. So I am, but I will, and I do.
I said I wrote it for Susie earlier. I should have been more specific. I wrote it for Susie and Luke's wedding. It's not specifically me. It's not my love song to Susie. It is their love song to them.
Walk ahead of me, 'cause I'm holding on to you. I'll follow in your shadow if you just tell me what to do. I need freedom from myself. I need a focus that is new. I'm too sick to be an island, and I'm sinking without you. Open up, because I'm shutting down. The wind is taking names, and I'm torn up and blown around. Up your tree and barely hanging on. I need you because I am long gone. The sun must be setting because your shadow's getting long. Now the ground is getting wetter, must be the morning coming on. Context clues are all I'm getting, because I'm tired of looking up. Participation is thirsty work, and I'm pouring out my cup. Open up, because I'm shutting down. The wind is taking names, and I'm torn up and blown around. Up your tree and barely hanging on. I need you because I am long gone. No good trying to leave, 'cause I got nowhere to go. There's no good trying to change, I already overflow. I'm feeling like a burden, I'm hanging like a sleeve, Courage wants a word in, while denial plays naive. Oh, open up because I'm shutting down. The wind is taking names and I'm torn up and blown around. Up your tree and barely hanging on. I need you because I am long gone. I need you because I am long gone.
All right, this one's so new. As you can see, it's handwritten. Well, you can't see that. It's new. So it's all over the page. We'll see how this goes. Actually, there's a couple people who will, if Zach Preston or Jasmine Feltz are out there, they'll recognize this song because I wrote this on a kalimba, which is a hand harp from Africa. It sounds like a doorbell. And what, baby? Do I want to do one more? Well, let's see. We'll do this one. I want to do some new ones anyway. All right. This one's called We'll Try.
Why should I care? Why would you cry? I can't forgive. You can't abide. It always goes too far. Love's hard on tender hearts. I say, you say, we'll try. How'd I get here? Where would you be? I won't trust you, and you don't need me. It builds, then falls apart. Our house, a deck of cards. I say, you say, we'll try. There lies a point, here sits the rub. Above all the things that we can't get rid of, it screams, it falls asleep, it sinks back in the deep. I say, you say, we'll try. Why don't I care? Why don't you cry? How could you be messed upper than I am here? I'm always gone. You're right, you're always wrong. I say, you say, let's say, they'll say, we try.
Thank you. All right. It looks like we made it. Trent, if you're still watching, text me, man, if you can get that together. Oh, you're full of baby, aren't you? I see. All right. I'm going to try to pick from this mess one more song to end with. I'm going to do the other new one, I think.
You can't love someone you can't forgive. Trying to steer clear of the impact as both the iceberg and the ship. Blame is strange. Its foundation takes all forms, but just as the floor still creeps under all manner of locked doors. Oh, I couldn't say what I'd say if I could. except when I do, 'cause I am always captive there. Can't care if you happen to be passing through, too vague for a song, just simple and wrong to continue to live and not let live. 'Cause I know in the end you can't love someone who you cannot forgive. Midnight bedside on somebody else's dime. The pariah of charity and the self-pity parody just running out the time. I know I want to be better, or maybe I just want to feel better, but cold biscuits don't melt butter and raging fires provide no warmth. Stale anger is an odorless fox, like kicking a dog. It's the folly of wearing a Burger King crown. Monopoly money all the way down. Some things are better off dead. All the hurt in your head, all the ghosts who are trying to go home. You will watch your life slowly suffocate when your love support is gone. You can't love someone you can't forgive. Trying to steer clear of the impact as both the iceberg and the ship. Wow. All right. I'm looking at the total now. 351945 has 45 cents. What does that mean? I guess so. 45 cents because of an auction, I see. All right. 3519 is where we're at. I'm going to change it here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think I should do that first. I'm going to put this up. Put it back on the host room, baby.
Boom. Can you hear me? We did it, fam. Thank you. I love everybody. Trent, Anna, Lewis, Lucy. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey, Bear, come here. Elliot has been very good for this entire thing. And Betsy, she's not been as good, but, well, maybe.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. You want to say something? Yes, he wants to say something. All right, baby. So I'll have this posted on YouTube. Apparently, we had permission to stream it in real time, and then when it came down to the wire, it blocked us. I don't know exactly what happened, but we're recording it all, and I might do some light editing, but more or less, I'm going to get it up as soon as I can, and link it to everybody who watched and put it back on the main event page. Tonight is not the end of it. The GoFundMe continues. The only thing that ended tonight were the artist auctions. So we still got some time, and I don't know when it ends. How long does that go? I don't know. Not tonight. Anyway, good night, everyone. Too late now.